today. From TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville, Florida, it's Week 5 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Tennessee Titans.
The calendar may say autumn, but temperatures are still pretty sweltering here in North Florida. But the good news, the radar is clear. Still, hydration will be key today at TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. Straight ahead, it's a matchup of unbeatens between the Tennessee Titans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. So the Titans set to go to work for the first time. They'll be led out by their quarterback, who's now in his 8th season in the league, and that's Jimmy Garoppolo.
After seeing what he did last week, throwing 4 touchdown passes, I had to go to my thesaurus to try and come up with some great words for what he did. I'm still coming up blank. He was scintillating.
I'm going simple. I don't have your thesaurus. I'm going dynamite. He was dynamite.
I'll take it.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. There isn't a coach alive who wouldn't like those numbers. Well over 100 yards and a touchdown, too.
Partner, I think all the coaches who are in that great coaching box in the sky would take those numbers.
So dead or alive?
Either way, they would take that kind of production.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. And what they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. 20, 10, touchdown, Titans. Nick Chubb, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Titans have taken a first-quarter lead. Rosas good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And Nick Chubb the one to finish it off as he does so with a touchdown run. Takes it at the 7. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Now a first carry for the former Tar Heel, Javonte Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And a run like that shouldn't surprise anyone who's ever seen Javonte Williams play. Compact, strong, physical runner. He ran for 1,000 yards at North Carolina last year. In fact, it was over 1,100 and 19 touchdowns in addition. And that's despite sharing the backfield with another 1,000-yard rusher, Michael Carter, who's taken in the 4th round by the Jets. Najee Harris and Travis Etienne were taking over him, but many thought that Javonte Williams might be the best back in the draft.
Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Byrne. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. The numbers for Williams a week ago, very, very strong, well over 100 yards.
He should get the ball early and often here, too. I mean, when you're riding the performance of last week into this game, his confidence level has to be off the charts. Go ahead and keep feeding him.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So our two teams, the Jags and the Titans, CD, they formed a pretty good rivalry here in the AFC South. It's been the Titans who have arguably, though, been the best team in the division of late, but these Jags, they have certainly made some big changes since these two teams last met.
And those changes you're talking about, brand new front office, brand new head coach, young quarterback, I think for sure they're on the right track. And to me, this division has a chance of being one of the more competitive ones over the next few years. There's no team right now that you would say is going to dominate in the foreseeable future.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this will be caught by Mooney. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Javonte Williams with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Extra point by Butker is on target. And it will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started at the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season. And, of course, it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and, boy, are they getting downfield and creating extra blocks for him.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes. Jordan Brooks on the tackle. Well, this defense for the Jags, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Meanwhile, Garoppolo's throw taken in by Samuel. And, Charles, this defense, they know that they've got their work cut out for them. Here's a quarterback coming off a game in which he threw 4 touchdowns. They've watched the tape all week. They've seen it, but what can they do differently?
I think they've got to approach it like a pitcher facing a really hot batter. Get him uncomfortable in the box. Change speeds, change locations, change the pitches you throw at him. So show different coverages, blitz sometimes, drop back other times. Just don't let him get comfortable or let him get into rhythm.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now a play fake. Garoppolo. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll try the draw now with Chubb. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Well, this run defense gets an F so far. They're letting this guy carve them to shreds in the first quarter of play. He's already hit the 100-yard mark.
Running for it. Here's Chubb. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. Nick Chubb stops short. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Levante David in on the tackle.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. On first down, Bird. That's complete to Mooney. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Bird. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about.
Touchdown, Jaguars! Rondale Moore, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Tennessee offense set to go again. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused all.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Myles Garrett, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
What a banner year in 2020 for Myles Garrett. Gets his Cleveland Browns to the playoffs for the first time in a long time and had 12 sacks to lead his team. He's averaged more than 10 sacks a year in his 4-year career and was named All-Pro for the first time after the 2020 campaign.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Handoff comes to Chubb. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. A run for Nick Chubb. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Chubb running right. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And we're getting into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. So still 14 yards to go, 2nd down. Looking to throw. Bird. This one swung out to Williams. And this will be a gain of right around 3 from the 7 out to the 10-yard line.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Here's Brett Kern now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Titan football. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. And Charles, you can't really fault him. He's over 100 yards already. He's not the reason they're losing.
And that is really unusual because ordinarily when you set the tone this way and have run it this effectively, usually your team's in control. So it's a very strange situation. And you're right, you can't fault him. He's done a great job for his team thus far.
I'm guessing he's saying, feed me on the sidelines. Now will they continue to do it?
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 119 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. So now the Titans are going to call upon their field goal unit here. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. Rosa's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. That also a career-long kick for the veteran, Charles.
Yeah, how about what he just got done there? We always knew he had a big leg. But how about everything coming together perfectly on that one? Great leg swing, and bang that one through.
Well, look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air. That's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far, here in the second quarter. Looking to throw on second down. Byrne. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. Throwing on first down. Byrne. Eluding the pressure right. Room to run past midfield. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Well, Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense. I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack, because remember the last drive they went 3 and out.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now it's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Byrne. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
They'll run it with Williams. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Javonte Williams with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes it a 21-10 game. After the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. 4 yards remain for 2nd down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. To throw is Garoppolo. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Open man is Samuel, complete. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. From midfield, here's Garoppolo. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 36. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Garoppolo's throw going into the hands of Williams. Williams loses the football, and the Jags grab it. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. While the trainers take a look. And now, as with every potential turnover, he'll take a second.
After viewing the play, the rule on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. After the fumble recovery, it's Garoppolo. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And the Titans are going to have themselves a 1st and goal as he's out of bounds at about the 7-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
It returns it right back to Samuel. And it's a Titans touchdown. Deebo Samuel as the first half is winding down. And the Titans are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead is down to 4. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Bird. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Final shot before break. Burn. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So we hit the half. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this 2nd half. Kene Nwagu now out of his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this 2nd half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off the bootleg. Bird rolling to his right. Finding some room at midfield. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field. And that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Flush to his right. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he will have a Jaguars 1st down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. On 1st and 10, Bird. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route, complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Bird. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Darnell Mooney. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
An extra point by Butker is on target, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll get this just up past the 20, but a marker is down. Let's get the call. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
A give. This is Chubb. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On play action, now Garoppolo. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. But there's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball?
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10 forthcoming here. 3rd quarter action from Jacksonville. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Williams. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And Chubb fighting, but nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped short of that first down marker. He needed 2. He got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the 2nd miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Bird. And he's got the hook up to Moore.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end. Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with the referee. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Off the bootleg. Bird. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Darnell Mooney with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Had 3 touchdown passes You're right. He looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead is up to 18 now. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it culminates in a Jags touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
That's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Meanwhile, Garoppolo's throw here pulled in by Galladay. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. Garoppolo looks to throw. He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Garoppolo looks to throw once more. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Myles Garrett make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Titans on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. That's caught by Galladay. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. That's caught left side by the tight end, Jordan. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to get in that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Right throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Garoppolo, got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And he's found the end zone twice, and now I'm guessing he's thinking, hey, let's find it 3 times.
And you got to figure from the defensive perspective, how has he gotten there twice? What are we going to do to keep him out for a 3rd time? How do we tighten things down? Because he and his offensive mates, they are really in sync right now.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
2nd and 10. Back to throw. Bird, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. The 20. And they're going to bring this one back. A fumble return touchdown for the Titans. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Rosas good with the extra point. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here are the Jaguars to take over on offense. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. Incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Looking to throw. Bird. And going deep downfield for Boykin. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
To throw on 3rd down. Bird. And here is a leaping catch. He pulled it in. And he is going to have a Jags 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
Now a 1st down throw complete downfield. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
I like that they're staying aggressive on offense, because to me this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Following the penalty, it's Williams. 106 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans 18. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Off play action. Bird. Call it a loss of 12 that time. And it'll be a 2nd and long. They give it to Williams, running right. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he checks this one down to Williams. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good. And that will get the lead up to 14. So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, to me, there is no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on 3rd down.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Garoppolo again. It's Williams on the catch. And he will have a Titans first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Garoppolo on 1st down. They'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Garoppolo hustling him back to the line now. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 25, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 receptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
That one looks like he'll throw here. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw. Bird. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
56. Mike, 56 right there, 56.
Looking to throw. Bird. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Brett Kern now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So Jimmy Garoppolo and the offense down by 2 touchdowns. A little over 40 seconds to go. And their undefeated season about to go by the wayside, barring a late miracle. Pass complete, Samuel. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Pass complete, Galladay. And he'll be taken down by the face mask, it appeared. And yes, out come the flags.
Face mask. Defense.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
On 1st down, Garoppolo. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. On 2nd and inches, Garoppolo going out wide, finds Chubb. And he'll go down at the 28. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Jags, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they'll have another home date next week as the Miami Dolphins come to town. Meanwhile, for the Titans, it was a good first month, but they'll fall to 4-1 as they suffer their first loss. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Buffalo Bills. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin.